You're watching Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Titillated. I am titillated. I wanted to be able to start the show with as close to a swear word as I possibly could, and I came with titillated. And I am titillated. I will say titillated so much today because I'm so excited about our guest. It is my dude, Onrie Kompan. Oh my gosh, War Lion people, so excited. He has been, I love this dude so much. We have become such good friends, and we've got to hang out at so many great shows, several C2E2. Actually, the biggest shows I've been to, Onrie's there. C2E2s, the ECCCCCC, Emerald City Comic Con, Alamo City when it was here in San Antonio. Like, oh, dude, I love hanging out with this guy. Comic Palooza. I've got to hang out with him so much, and just every time we get together, we have a freaking great time. So I know that tonight's going to be no different. If you guys are here, let us know in the chat. Wendy's going to be watching the chats. But dude, JD is here, making sure that everything doesn't go crazy, because if I was in charge, it would all get effed up. So you know what? Screw it. Let's hang out. Let's see Onrie right after this.
You make this rather snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
It's nice to have someone as or more energetic than me. I love it.
Oh, no, dude, no one's more energetic than you. You got me titillated with that intro. If I didn't wear a black shirt right now, there'd be like you'd see everything.
These things could cut glass.
Yeah. JD's got that cancel button, like, you know, he's got his
yeah. Have that bad boy at the ready for sure. I'm excited to be able to there you go. I'm excited to be able to chat with you, and we were talking about it beforehand because I've seen a lot of your interviews. I've interviewed you several times. I've been on interviews with you on every side of an interview. We get to chat about the stuff we don't normally chat about.
Exactly. And what's really great is, you know, being behind the scenes, you were saying that, like, most of the people who are watching tonight are already familiar with, like, you know, me. So you came up with some really fun trivia for tonight. So this is pretty awesome. I'm really excited about it.
Oh yeah, no, they're gonna have a fun time. I'll probably send you some of the trivia just to see if you can get any of it. So here's the first thing I wanted to talk about, because we got War Lion here right now. Absolutely amazing story. You did Yi Sun Shin. You've done Marks. You did something for, what was the other one?
Tales from the Crypt.
Tales from the Crypt. That's right. That was the one I was excited about too. But like so many people, when they interview and they talk to you about your sales, because you're an amazing salesman. Everyone's always saying that. But I'm a little more interested in getting to know the writer, because I find people kind of ignore that part of you a little bit, and they tend to focus.
It's like he doesn't write stuff. Like,
right? It's like, oh, he can sell. I think they're so excited about a writer who can actually sell that they worry more about the salesmanship. I'm more interested in you as a writer. So what I would ask you is, if you had a comic writer's oh my gosh, how am I forgetting it? The heads on the stone wall on the mountain. Yeah, I can't believe I'm forgetting it. Mount Rushmore. A Mount Rushmore of comic writers.
Mount Rushmore. I don't have to pick just one. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so you get 4.
I get 4. All right.
What are your Mount Rushmore of comic writers? Your personal. No one can argue.
We're talking strictly comic book writing. Like, we're not talking like, you know, personalities or anything like that.
No, just strictly writing.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. first off, it's old school Frank Miller. I mean, like Sin City, Dark Knight Returns, Batman Year One, the Daredevil runs. I mean, the guy's just got a historic run of like doing such incredible work. My second would be J. Michael Straczynski. I'm a real big fan of him. I loved the Silver Surfer story you told me about. But Midnight Nation, that's one of my favorite stories of all time. And I also liked his Spider-Man run. His Spider-Man run was fantastic. Let's see. I got two more. I think I'm definitely going to have to, and I hate that I'm that guy, I'm going to have to say it's Alan Moore. As much as I diss it, I'm a huge Alan Moore fan. Like V for Vendetta, Watchmen. I mean, I admit that Watchmen set the tone for how I put together Eastern Shin. So, like, the fact that it's 12 issues, it was sort of like the Bible for me in terms of like putting it together. So as much as I diss, Alan Moore because I just like to do it. I really do respect him. But finally, I'm going to say Scott Snyder. I mean, the guy is just, he knocks it out of the park with everything. His Batman run is legendary. He's done some incredible stuff. And he did a really great horror series that I like called Severed through Image, which was really great. And he's just done a colossal amount of work. That's my Mount Rushmore.
That's good, dude. That's a solid one. That's a good one. And again, no one can talk crap about it. It's yours,
No, that's true. But I just make so many like Alan Moore jokes that it's like, wow, he actually would throw Alan Moore. And here's the problem with Alan Moore: he takes up the bulk of my Mount Rushmore because of that huge beard he has. Just really unfair.
I would say I learned how to script because of Alan Moore.
Everybody did it. Oh, you know what? No, hold on. I got to take it back. I'm taking Alan Moore off. It's Will Eisner. Sorry, Will Eisner.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Alan Moore. You take. You're not titillating me enough. I'm putting Will Eisner up there. Will Eisner definitely belongs up there. He is.
Have you gone back and read like Will Eisner?
Oh yeah, I got a huge collection of Will Eisner books.
Sweet.
In my personal collection, I don't really sell a lot of Will Eisner because I don't come across it enough. But yeah, like Spirit books, like all of the Slice of Life books, that was the main inspiration. Like that was the stuff I was reading to really get me in the right mindset for writing Marx. He is the legend. But yeah, I have an ever expansive, Rushmore. It's hard for me to just nail it down to 4, because there's just so much great talent out there.
Oh, 100%. And then that's a nice thing about having a Mount Rushmore. Is you're saying those are the greatest of the great, but that doesn't mean there's not tons of talent. So yeah, I totally get that. Who are some writers? Because you are also out there in the indies. You pick up other people's books. You have to read them to sell them, all that kind of stuff. And by the way, guys, if you guys have any questions for Onrie, feel free to hit me up. I have a bunch, but I want to hear from you guys too if you do have any. But Onrie, like I said, you're way into the indies, reading a lot of other people's stuff and whatnot. Who are some indie writers that have kind of excited you and really that you think people need to hear and read?
Well, I'm gonna kick it off with Ted Sikora from Here Tomorrow Comics. He's just doing great. Anybody who's not reading Punchline right now is missing out. Tap Dance Killer, I just read the first trade of that. Ted sent it to me to look it over for just some stuff that he's planning for future issues of Punchline. We help each other out. And he was like, I just need you to read the sequence in Tap Dance Killer. And I'm like, well, just send me the book and I'll read the whole thing because I backed his Kickstarter and he owed it to me anyway. So I was really excited to check that out. And I loved it. It was such a great read. Everything that Ted Sikora puts out is just really solid work. And I'm not just saying it because he's my friend. I'm saying it because it's actually good work.
Yeah.
So his stuff is really great. No, I really loved No Heroine with Chris Mann and Frank Gogol. I read that recently. That was a really good read, and knowing Frank's history with addiction and how he brought that into the picture with the story, but not just that. It was Chris Mann's incredible work, and I appreciate you for connecting us. I really love Belial too, Chuck. I think Belial is fantastic. It's hilarious. It's been a great seller for me, and it's one of those books that when I get it, I read it, and it's a very pleasant and fun, hysterical read. Let's see what else has been really good for me. I'm really looking forward to reading John Westhoff's Drumsticks of Doom. That's like one of those books that I need to just sit down and read. And let's see what else has been on my radar. Who was your neighbor at Comic Palooza? He had his book was great.
Revelation or whatever it is, Redemption.
Not Revelation.
Redemption.
Retribution.
Retribution, that's it.
Yeah, Retribution. Guys, I haven't showcased this book, but ask me if I'm on taking it, and it's downstairs in the studio. I can show it to you. It's such a freaking good book. That dude really knocked it out of the park. Bigfoot Knows Karate. I love that book too. That was fantastic. That was a great indie read. Let's see. I really want to read Greg DeLisi's. I don't know how to pronounce it, but Isnana.
Istana. Yeah, Istana the Were Spider.
Yeah, and some other honorable mentions I really like. This is a great book too. This one I do have. I have multiple copies of this because I should be selling it, but I haven't yet because I haven't finished reading it. This is a phenomenal book. And we had conversations. This is a conversation piece.
Yeah.
Silver. This is done by Stefan Frank, who is one of the lead animators of the Iron Giant and just a solid comic book creator and publisher. And he's just totally sold a bazillion copies of this book, which is basically National Treasure meets vampires. And it's so well illustrated. It is so well written. It's just you open this book up and you're sucked in. It's really great. I'm about halfway through it. But, the way my mind works, or the way it works with me, is I got so many comics around me, and I'm trying to read as much as I can for my own inspiration, but also to, be able to educate my customers about, hey, what's out there and what should you be reading. So I kind of just I have to go between two things, what's my interest versus, what do I need to have for, people to, buy more comics. So,
Yeah. Now, to get away from the writing, because that's awesome, and I love that you did that. I don't want to get stuck in one spot for too long. We definitely don't have enough time. But you seem to have a real love of martial arts, with Yisun Shin, and now, of course, War Lion. Where does that come from?
That's a great question. So when I was younger, I got bullied by my neighbors, and so my parents signed me up for Taekwondo. And after a couple lessons, my neighbors tried picking on me, and I beat them up. And it was so bad that their parents came over and said that I wasn't allowed to play with their kids anymore. So after standing up for myself, I was now secluded, and rather than physically trying to beat me up, they were, sitting there pointing and laughing across the street. And I was like, all right, well, if I didn't hear what you said, if you want to come across the street and say it to my face, I'm right here. Taekwondo really instilled a lot of confidence in me. I did it for a long time throughout high school. And I actually went to Korea for the first time. I was training in Taekwondo. I got onto a black belt sparring team. So we did Olympic style sparring. And I wasn't really good at that because you got to be really tall and light in order to be good at that. And I'm kind of stocky and short, so I could kick over my head, but you just got to have a real you just got to be really limber and you got to be really fast. That's the whole thing about it. So Taekwondo kind of I had to, and as I left high school and got into college and started working, it was just kind of hard to fit it into my schedule. So I took some time off, and then a number of years later, I got into Krav Maga, and that was really great. I love Krav Maga. I learned a lot of like great new techniques that are like really practical and interesting that have helped me with my writing and keep me safe while I'm at conventions and things like that. Never had to apply any of it, of course. And that's always the hope, is that you never have to use it. But knowing it, I think, is really important. And I went from Krav Maga to I met a boxing instructor over there, and I started doing boxing for a little bit. And I'm actually thinking about getting into Japanese sword fighting, kendo, at some point. So, everything, it's all a time issue, and comics are always my priority. So Taekwondo, insert crying face, David Moore.
Next time we're together, I'll bring my kendo sticks. You and I can practice together.
Oh, dude, I would love that, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really interesting. I've never done sword fighting before, but I see these videos of these guys like doing these wicked moves, and I'm like,
oh, it's great, dude. Well, it hurts, but the nice thing about it is it's louder than anything, so it's just like it's a lot of fun, dude.
The thing about martial arts is it all hurts. It's none of it. You're gonna feel pain, and that's what it fortifies you. It makes you stronger. And I think a lot of what brought me into comics was martial arts, because every time I went to Taekwondo, and I think this is just a fact of existence. Like, even when I went to Jen King's store in Houston at Space Cadets, right next to Space Cadets is a huge Taekwondo studio. And it's like everywhere I went to do martial arts, there's always a comic shop, like just right across the street or in the same plaza. Like, not kidding you, like even my MTS, right around the corner is a Taekwondo studio that's been in place about as long as the comic shop has been around. So
it's because they know those kids need the self-defense.
Yeah, exactly. They do. They're the ones who need it the most,
Now, here's something cool, man. You wouldn't know this, but I don't know about your show, but I never have gotten a Twitch. No one has ever shown up from Twitch, but we just got a Twitch question, and it's great. JD Smith asks, which UFC fighter does Onrie like to watch?
Oh, I like to watch Conor McGregor get hit by cars. That's a good question. As far as UFC guys go, I'm going to have to think about that, because there are a lot of guys that I really like. I like Diaz a lot. That guy's an incredible fighter.
Yeah, Nate Diaz.
And Georges St. Pierre, that guy's a machine, man. Like, that guy, so I would say like those guys are real big, inspirations for me.
George St. Pierre was in an interview not too long ago with Rogan, and basically said if he could have his way, they would remove rounds from UFC. And he said, no, don't do rounds, because it gives them a chance to breathe and whatnot. Let's just go until we're done. And I was like, whoa, that's nuts. Like,
well, he's Kyokushin, so it's like those guys are, they're cut from a different cloth. Those guys are like up there with like Muay Thai and all those guys. Like, they're purposely like training themselves to like not feel pain. They're hardening their bodies, and they're all for pushing themselves to them. And I've never done Kyokushin, but I've become friends with the Kyokushin master, and the training that is insane. I know other creators that do Kyokushin too, and I don't mess with those guys. Those guys, I'm like, hey, can I get you some coffee? Like, those guys whoop my ass. It's like,
you know what? I'm gonna, before we announce, because dude, everyone's all excited here. We got Katrina, we've got David Moore, Jay Burns, so many awesome. Sylvain is here, Lyle's here, Eddie. Like, dude, it's just nuts. I have one trivia question for you, because you brought up George St. Pierre. George St. Pierre did play a character in the MCU. Do you know who it was?
Yeah, it's Batroc.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, no, he was great. Those are like the best martial arts. My favorite scene with Batroc was the Winter Soldier, the opening scene in the Winter Soldier, and he was great in Falcon and Winter Soldier too. He's awesome. I love Batroc. Batroc. That would have been a better trivia question.
Did my internet go bad or did his?
It's ours.
Is it ours? Damn.
That's all right. It was Matlock. He was really good playing Matlock.
I'll get back. All right. Are you good? Are we good now?
Good. I'm here.
It looked great from here the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, well, so can you tell everyone, guys, I want you guys, if you haven't already, go check out, and you know how we do it here. Check out War Lion from my man here, Onrie Kompan. We worked so damn hard on that book. It's absolutely amazing.
Price.
If you guys know Chuck, you got to know War Lion would not exist without Chuck. Straight up. I hit a dead end with this book, and this is the man here who got me through it all, and that's the reason why this book exists now. So, if you haven't backed it yet, please do it. We got about 24 hours to go. Eddie, you're awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We met our goal today, but one of the things that's really freaky is you meet your goal, and then someone backs out, and then suddenly you're underfunded. And we want to get as high above funding as possible. One thing I just want to let everybody know is if we hit our stretch goals, we have 2 stretch goals, actually 3. If we hit 8,000 by the end of the campaign, everybody's getting a free bookmark, which I just placed the order for. And then if we hit 8,500, all physical play backers are getting Warline buttons, which are going to have the Warline logo on it. And at $8,000 and above, you guys are all going to get a preview of Warline number 2, which is about 3/4 of the way produced. So we got brought to you by Matlock.
That's great.
That's awesome. Yeah, we got 24 hours left, and I hope you guys consider pledging. We need your support.
Can you give us a quick, for those few people who don't know about Warlion, can you give us a quick pitch for Warlion and then tell everybody about the awesome prize you've got for us today?
Absolutely. So Warlion's about an old warrior passing on his legacy to his daughter. So if you're into martial arts, you're really going to like Warlion. It kind of combines the best of Blade, Demolition Man, and Logan. Just like took all those concepts and rolled them into one. The book has a much more personal influence for me. It's my COVID machination, and it's also a tribute to my stillborn child. So it's a very personal project to me. And it's going to be 3 issues, and each book is a double-sized book. And we're done with issue 1. We actually have our books coming. They should be arriving in the U.S. tomorrow, as a matter of fact. It's tomorrow or Friday, and it should be in Chicago by next week. So we are expecting rapid fulfillment here. And in terms of what we're going to be giving away tonight, I'm going to be giving away this awesome Steph Wilson Yushin Hunter Destroyer 2 variant. This is a hot item that is very hard to find because I don't really sell many. We have them available on our Kickstarter right now, but not many people are really paying attention to it. And since we all know who Steph is, and he's somebody that everybody gets excited by, we got this cover here for you guys. So
Circles.
Yeah. And I paid him a lot of money to draw me a bunch of circles.
I know, right? Oh, I feel you. I've done that a couple times myself.
Dude,
all right.
Stevie B went to get a lottery ticket, but the line was
Win big, buddy. Win big. Yeah, we would all love War Lions. That's awesome.
If he wins big. Stevie, I got my fingers crossed for you.
Yeah.
And you're the man, dude.
Dude, thank you so much. I love every chance I get to hang out with you, my friend.
And we'll be hanging out tomorrow. So Chuck,
we are.
With Dexter, we're going to be doing our Kickstarter closeout, And I just want to thank everybody for hanging out. I will be back on the XP in about an hour and a half to Sling Comics tonight. So come and hang out with me. I'm going to go get ready for the show. Chuck, it's been such a pleasure hanging out with you. I got to go be with my kids for a little bit because I've been, neglecting them all day while doing Kickstarter stuff. I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much.
All right, man. You have a good one. Guys, thank you so much. We're going to have an absolutely awesome trivia all about this dude and his awesome work. We will see you right after this.
And Chuck.
Join the party. Head over to our Linktree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.
Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
Programming on the EXP is made possible by viewers like you, or your local comic shop, or that Kickstarter you backed, or the publisher you like, or comic industry professionals who want to share a message with the world. Really, anyone who wants to advertise with us can. If you're interested in seeing a product you know and love, or are creating, or are publishing, or are involved with, advertised here on The Experience, and having your message shared with our viewers, please reach out by scanning the QR code below or visiting our website and using the contact form.
You'll make this rather snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
Welcome back. So good to see you guys. You know what, man? I will tell you guys something. First off, everybody, shout out if you're here. Very excited. We got trivia happening. It's tough hanging out with Onrie for only 20 minutes because every time I have hung out with Onrie, and this isn't a lie, this is the absolute truth. Every time I hang out with Onrie, it's not long enough. And so 20 minutes with the guy is like epic blue ball level teasing, you know? It's just not enough. So glad to be able to hang out with him, talk about War Lion. Go check it out, guys. You know how we do it. If you can't afford to get a book, which we all understand, share it out, show it off, show your love, because he is going to get an awesome treat for all of us tonight. You've got that great Yisun Shin issue 10 variant cover from our boy Steph Wilson. So excited. So you know what? If you haven't done trivia before, I'm going to tell you real quick. The way we do trivia here, we play for a prize. Winner gets the prize. First person to buzz in with the correct answer gets 3 points. Second 2, everybody else usually gets a point. If you do something funny, we'll still get you a point. Like anything to have some fun. So let's do it. I'm so telling Onrie that he gave you blue balls. Yes, please do. I mean, that's why you say crap like that, right? To see what comes from it. So, yeah, okay. I'm excited. Wendy, are you excited for trivia today?
Always.
Dude, the greatest thing about doing trivia for Onrie is we know him so well, and we know that you guys know him so well that even the trivia questions are going to be fun. So, we're going to be good today. Are you ready, babe?
I'm ready.
All right. Question number 1. Let's do it.
All right. Well, this has nothing to do with Onrie. It's just an interesting question that came up on a show I was watching. So here we go.
Because we collect. Like at this point, we collect trivia questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Number 1. What beloved pink Nintendo character was named after an American lawyer that defended Nintendo in a lawsuit?
All right. So, what lovable pink? I almost said the character's name. Nintendo character. Oh, see, dude, we already got answers happening. That's awesome. And guys, if you see the correct answer, take it. Yeah, so you get those 2 points. Everybody throw out some answers. The correct answer is up there. Onrie says Onrie and I went to different schools together. Okay. Yeah, make sure all of you guys that you give us, Johnny Cochran, see, great. Give us terrific answers, terrible answers, whatever you want. You're all going to get points. But, JD, good to have you, by the way, man. I've never seen you here before, so that's wonderful. And it's nice to see someone here from Twitch. And also, guys, share the show. Like the show, show it off. But, yeah, that's correct, guys. It is Kirby. So 3 points for JD, 2 points for Katrina, a point for everybody else. We've got Stevie, we've got Eddie, we've got Lyle. We're all good. We're all having a great old time. Question number 2.
All right. Why has the K-pop group BTS gone on hiatus until 2025?
I think I've seen you on Crypto Comic Stream. Yeah, you definitely have. I love those guys. Oh, Crypto Comics guys are great. Absolutely. Andrew Fry and I, we get along really well. So, yeah, why did the gents from BTS have to take a hiatus until 2025? Yeah. Everybody, throw up any answers you possibly can. If someone's already thrown up an answer and you think they have the correct answer, mimic it. Take it. Get your points in, man. Any way you can do it. Oh, yeah, they're not sure that everybody heard the question correctly. Well, I did say it, though. So, all right, cool. That's right. JD is correct. Military dues in Korea, you have to have mandatory military time that you have to do, which actually I think is kind of a cool idea. I don't want to have to go out there and kill people, but I could have been a cook in the army, and I think it's important for us all to kind of do a little bit of service, so I like that. So JD is going to get it. Stevie's going to get the 2 points. Katrina's in there. Lyle, old age. That's great. Eddie. That's awesome. Our little war kitty is over here, and the war kitty is, babe, how many pounds do you think he is?
Oh my gosh, maybe 3?
3? So he's about 3 pounds. Our dog is about 55, 60 pounds, and the kitten just loves to play with his bright white paws. And the dog is always jumping around the bed trying to get away. So it's fun to watch them. But that's correct. We got military. That was question 2. You got good questions tonight. I'm stealing from people. I'm 0-2. Thanks, man. Yeah, dude, we got some crazy questions tonight. That's the nice thing about working with Onrie. We knew what to do. Wendy, question number 3.
All right, number 3. What is the only country besides Africa where lions can be found in the wild?
Great question, Wendy. What country is the only country outside of Africa where wild lions can be found? Not an easy one. But dude. JD, good answer. Not correct, but good answer. Oh, but we do have a correct answer up anyways. Our boy from Canada, Bengal, Ohio. That's pretty good. Steve Vendetta's here. Good to see you, Steve. That's right. Lyle shows up and says India. Steve Vendetta gets the 2 points, jumps in for a 2-pointer. Katrina's in with India. Eddie's India. Wait, Africa is a continent. Yes, it is. And what country outside of Africa? That is, what country that's not in Africa? That's what I meant. So yeah. Anyways, that's correct. It's India, and they have a special Asiatic tiger, but still very cool. Outdia. Nice, Eddie. Very nice. We on to question 4?
Yes.
All right.
All right, number 4. Who were the only 2 members of the original Star Trek cast who were Jewish?
Ooh. And if you name the characters, we're okay with that because we understand not everyone knows the names of the actors. But yes, who were the 2 members of the original Star Trek cast who were Jewish? Spock and Scotty, you've got one of those right. Spock and Kirk is correct. Kirk, what I love about Kirk is he's also Canadian. He's a Canadian Jew. It's great. Shatner and Nimoy, that's right. There you go. Spock and Sulu. No, sadly, Takai is not Jewish. But yes, both Leonard Nimoy and William Shatner are Jewish. And of course, so is our boy Onrie. So we had to make sure that we had some Jewish questions in here too. Wendy, how about a question number 5? Are we zipping through these too fast?
No, because we started a little late.
Oh, that's true. Okay. All right. You know how I knew that one, Adam? Yeah, that's where I got it too. That's where I originally learned it. Nicely done, Eddie.
All right, number 5. In what year did South Korea gain their independence, splitting Korea into 2 countries?
They've kind of gotten their independence a couple times, but
The original.
the original, yeah. So, what time? In what year did South Korea gain its independence from North Korea? Basically, yeah. See, so 1953 is a very good answer, and I'm gonna say that one's wrong right away because that they split from China at that time, but not from North Korea. According to North Korea school books, it has never happened. Nice job, JD. You know what, JD? I'm going to give you 2 points just for that because that's hilarious. I love that. So it's not the 50s. Eddie's closer with 1949. It's actually earlier than the 50s. So we got to go a little bit earlier. Say maybe there was an important war that those 2 split up over. I'm not going to say which one. I'm not going to say, that there was a number for that war. Not 48. No, Eddie's just going to knock off years. I love it. Not 47, not 32, but 47's close. Steve Vendetta comes in with the correct answer. It is 1945. And now I've given it away. So who else can get 45 to get those 2 points? Steve Vendetta got it first, and now all of a sudden everyone's going to click 45 real quick.
Eddie put World War II.
He did, but Katrina! All right, Steve Vendetta got 3 points. Katrina got the 2. Stevie B, literally, your answers came right away. So you guys were milliseconds apart, a sea hair apart. Yep, that's right, guys. 1945. Lyle's in there too. Awesome. Points all around. And we're giving 2 points to JD because that was hilarious. Do we have a question number 6 or I don't know, man. Sometimes you just jump straight to 6.
Not tonight. We're behind. So.
We're actually going to do the numbers as they come?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Number 6.
All right. What Korean martial art involves punching and kicking techniques with emphasis on high kicks and spinning jump kicks?
What Korean martial art? Sorry, keep going. What was that? What was the question again? That was a lot to try to do.
What Korean martial art involves punching and kicking techniques
Yes.
with emphasis on high kicks and spinning jump kicks?
Yeah. And what's great about that is it's also the if you watch the trivia or the interview, which I hope you guys all did, it's also the martial art that Onrie started in. The correct answer is there. JD, coming on strong, dude. Great first show. That's right, man. Taekwondo. Steve Vendetta comes in for the 2 points for Taekwondo. Katrina's in there. Lyle got Jiu-Jitsu. Tai Chi, that's great. Oh, you guys are so freaking fun. I love it. Why don't we do question number 7 and then we can take a break?
Yep.
All right, cool. Yeah. Let's do question number 7.
Who was the first Jewish X-Men character?
Ooh. Who was the first Jewish X-Man? Not X-Men character. Who was the first Jewish X-Man? That's important. And I'll tell you why that I had to change the question. Yeah. So who was the first? Yeah, see, that's why I had to change it, guys. Magneto is Jewish, and he is an X-Men character, but he was not the first Jewish X-Man. Because he didn't become an X-Man until much later. So who was the first Jewish X-Man? Which is funny. Night whatever, not Nightcrawler. No, I would have given it to you for Night whatever if you'd done that. No, not RuPaul. Okay, so this one's tough. I'll give you guys a bit of a clue. I said X-Man, but it's actually a woman, a female.
Nightcrawler was Catholic.
Nightcrawler was Catholic. That's correct. Heightcrawler. I like that one too. See, now Dazzler's a good answer. Not correct, but good answer. But Stevie B did come in with the correct answer. If anybody else wants to jump on that, they can take it. Look at that. Eddie's dropping all the females. I love it. Dazzler, Storm. Dude, you're throwing all your darts around the bullseye, my friend. There is a correct answer up there. And Eddie did come in with Kitty Pryde right afterwards. So we got 3 points for Stevie B, 2 points for Eddie, and then a point for everyone else. That's right. One of my favorites. Excuse me. Maybe they should have called her Pridestein. Then you guys would all remember. All right? Or Prideberg. That would have been pretty good too, I think. Is that wrong? Is that bad? Wendy's over here going, maybe that cancel button is going to show up now. It's okay. I have a Jewish friend, right? Is that how it is? I thought Kitty Pryde was played by an ex-woman. Oh, JD. Now you're canceled. It's Kitty Pryde, you casuals. Good job, my man. I love you, JD. All right. Pardon? Pity Kitty. All right, guys. We're going to take a break. We will be right back so that we can find out who wins that awesome Steph Wilson variant cover from our boy, Onrie Kompan. We'll see you in just a minute.
Why was Princess Zelda sad after watching a bunch of YouTube videos? She couldn't find the link in the description. We'll stop if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's super easy. Click subscribe and click the bell when you do. And thanks for supporting the EXP.
You just finished the last episode of your favorite news show, and you just have to talk about it. But all your friends are ghosting you because of that incident last week at the buffet. Oh, you know the one. What you did to that chowder. Ugh. Keeps me up at night. So what do? Join writer Dan Wickline as he breaks down all your favorite pop culture media. Whether it's a review of the latest nerdy TV show or a dive back into the history of your favorite comic characters, Dan's ready to discuss all the hottest topics live. Join the conversation as Dan live streams Tuesday through Thursday at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. The Dan Wickline Show on The Experience. Comic culture and sales.
What if Hans Gruber from Die Hard had to battle the Joker from Batman the Animated Series in a dance battle? Or who would win in a race between Baby from Baby Driver and Snidely Whiplash? If Austin Powers and Shrek found themselves in a hot dog eating contest, who would emerge victorious? These are the questions we talk about on Nerd Killer Warfare. Debate the most absurd questions you've ever heard in popular culture. Register now by scanning the QR code or visiting bit.ly/EXP casting. Go follow the experience on TikTok at @the_EXP1 or scan the QR code on the screen. Our TikTok is like everywhere else we are, except you only have to deal with us for a minute. Seems like a win-win to me.
You'll make this rather snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
Oh man, guys, Wendy and I love to see how the having a little earthquake here. Wendy and I love to see how the points are going between breaks and whatnot, and there is only 5 points between all of you players, between first and last, basically.
And 3 are tied for third place.
Yeah, 3 people are tied for third place, so it is literally anyone's game. When we say that, we mean it. Only 3 questions left to go. That means 9 points for somebody who's really pushing. All of you, register there for your prizes, because even if you don't win that next week, you could win another time, and that way we'll already have all of your info and stuff. Very excited. Like we said before, we're playing for Yisun Shin number 10, that amazing variant cover from my dude, Steph Wilson. Onrie Kompan, his War Lion is on Kickstarter right now. Please, if you have not checked out War Lion, please do. We've worked so hard on it. It's an absolutely amazing story. I'm so proud of it. Very excited for the work that we're doing on 2 and 3. I think you guys are going to dig it. And as always, if you can't do anything for the Kickstarter, you can't support it, which we understand, at least please share it. We would really appreciate that a lot. You guys are freaking awesome. Also, share the show. We're excited. We're going to be here every week. Pardon me?
Share the EXP.
Yeah, share the EXP. They've taken such good care of us. We're very excited. We love being here every week with you guys, as we will continue to be. We have another good show next week, but you know what? Screw that stuff. Let's move forward on to question number 8.
All right. What villain revealed Spider-Man's true identity in the MCU?
Ooh, Wendy wanted to ask the question. What storyline did Spider-Man introduce himself in? And I was like, babe, it's actually happened a lot in the comics. But in the MCU, which character? JD, that's good. The answer is a mystery. That's great, guys. Yeah, you guys jumped on that right away. Eddie B coming back in. Mysterio, that is correct. And Katrina. Katrina. Oh, I mean, JD obviously knew it though.
Yeah.
But yeah, however you want to do it. Betty Brant. Yeah, okay. Cool. So yes, it is Aunt May at her weekly bingo. That's great. I don't know, man. The MCU. Aunt May, I don't see her going to bingo. Dude, she probably does like stripper sizing or something, man. Pole dancing for fun. I don't know. Hot as heck, I guess is what I'm trying to say. That's right, guys. It's Mysterio. Whew. As I cool myself down after the thought of the new Aunt May on a pole dance. Wendy, why don't you give us question number 9?
Well, just to respond to Eddie real quick, yeah, the earthquake was the dog.
Yeah.
Okay, number 9. In what decade was the term steampunk first used?
Yeah, Eddie, even dead, she's hot, so I don't care.
You might need to repeat because I'm not coming across.
Okay, yeah. In what decade? What's the question again?
In what decade was the term steampunk
Ah,
used?
in what decade was the term steampunk first used? Katrina says, I've been watching someone who reads Marvel comics each week. So I'm learning. Oh, that's cool. That's a good call. I love Eddie B knows how to play this game. He's just decades. I'm gonna drop them all. The correct answer is up there, guys. In fact, we have two people who did it already, right? J.D. Smith coming on strong with 1980. Eddie Von B right behind with the 80s. That's correct for something that's supposed to be from Victorian age. The actual term wasn't brought in until 1987. Isn't that great, guys? We're learning stuff here. I mean, that's what I love about trivia. We like, even if you don't win, you leave just a little bit smarter, a little bit more knowledgeable than you were before. And I'm glad for it, guys, because I could really use all the knowledge I can get. Question number 10. We're already on our last question of the night.
All right, number 10. Terrence Jones changed his name to Finn Jones to avoid confusion with an actor from which famous comedy group?
Terrence Jones changed his name to Finn Jones so that he wouldn't be confused with an actor from which comedic group? Lyle just says, what? Were you asking what to the question or what to what? ACG. What's ACG? The View. That's hilarious.
We have the correct answer.
We do have the correct answer, but we're obviously going to give everyone a chance to get their points in because we get that.
Actually, okay, so we got 2 people with the correct answer.
Mm-hmm. We do. And now everybody is coming in with the correct answer. That's right. Steve Vendetta got it first. Monty Python is correct. Terry Jones. And then right behind him was Katrina. Nicely done, guys. That's National Lampoon's great. Peter Sellers. You guys are great. Yeah, Monty Python, which I'm a huge Monty Python fan. If you haven't seen it, definitely go check out some Monty Python because there's so much good stuff out there. And right. Wendy is currently tallying up the votes. As she does, remember tonight, our big prize is that awesome Yi Sun Shin issue 10 variant cover from Steph Wilson from our boy Onrie Kompan. I was told that I'd never say it the same way twice, so I'm going with it now. Onrie Camping, great dude. Steve says I like Chinese. It's actually it's not Chinese. It's Korean. Watching Monty Python is one of my holy grails. Oh, that's funny, Eddie. I love. Oh, dude, that's such a good one. They only come up to your knees. Yeah, man, guys, it's been such a great show. Next week, I believe we have. We were talking about Sticks of Doom earlier from John Westhouse, so we will have John Westhouse on next week.
Westhouse.
What did I say?
Westhouse.
Westhouse.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, I want to blame it on the drugs, but I'm sober as crap.
I'm telling John.
Don't tell John. He already makes fun of me enough as is. John Westhoff, we have him here next week for his Drumsticks of Doom, which means that I get to tell metal trivia, which I am titillated about, my friends. Extremely titillated. Glad I managed to catch some of it. I was hiding in front of the fan earlier. I'm glad you did too. Faulty Towers is coming back. What a great show, Steve. Thanks for telling me, man. That's awesome to hear. Wendy, do we have a winner?
Oh, absolutely.
Really? Are You Being Served is great too. Yeah. BBC comedies can't go wrong, really. All right, Wendy, who is our winner for tonight?
We have a new winner.
New winner?
A new winner. Our winner is JD.
JD Smith, dude! Congratulations! First time out here and you killed it! That's freaking awesome, man! You win that awesome Steph Wilson cover of Onrie Kompan's Yi Sun Shin, which I got to edit. Absolutely amazing book. Guys, it was such a close game. You guys did so great. Please check out the War Lion Kickstarter. We've only got 24 hours left. I would love to see a nice little boost so that when Onrie checks it out tonight on his show, he can be like, oh, damn, Triple T really took care of me. So I would love that for us. Yeah, put your horns up there. Next week is going to be awesome. But it's always awesome here on Triple T. Thank you guys so much.
All music trivia next week.
Right? It's going to be a lot of music trivia for sure. Guys, for the EXP, our awesome producer JD, my amazing co-host Wendy Gale, I am Chuck Pineau. My name is Chuck, and I give a fuck. Take care, everybody. Love you lots.
Do you remember what it was like when you were a little kid and you got a letter in the mail? Now imagine that letter was filled with information about your favorite shows, pop culture questions, links to things you're going to want to see later, and even sneak peeks at upcoming programming here on The Experience. That's what the EXP mailing list is. Every week, we send you sneak peeks, information, and all of the relevant links for all of the shows you want to see. Sign up now on our website or scan the QR code that's on your screen right now.